Buy that for $1.
Hey guys, it's Vash and I'm back with more E3 thoughts and impressions. On today's menu, we've got the Nintendo press conference. You know, the one of the three that rule the world, I guess. Nintendo's press conference was actually pretty short compared to Sony and Microsoft's, but there was quite a few things that I wanted to talk about in it. So the first thing that I noticed when the press conference started was the whole like robot chicken thing that Nintendo had going on. Well, they had the robot chicken guys make like an intro for them. Like it was really cool. I love stop motion animation, and I thought it was crazy that they had them of all people do stuff for Nintendo. I thought they would be a little too like, you know, out there, but it was really interesting. I was surprised to see it. The show starts off with that, and then starts off with showing Iwata and Reggie fighting in Smash Brothers, and it shows off the new Mii fighters. Now, the Mii fighters actually look really, really good because they said something about like they have like they have customizable moves, because you know in Smash you have 4 different attacks with the B button. And you could change those up, and they said something like there's 32 combinations of moves that you could use. Something like that. That's a lot of stuff. And there's 3 different types of fighters. The 3 fighters for the Miis is they have Sword, Brawler, and Gunner. The only bad that I heard about this is I don't think you can bring your Miis online because of, in the past, I can't remember what game it was, but in the past, they were able to use their Miis online, and someone had like a dick face or something like that. So like Nintendo said no. They're like, no more dick faces. But that looked really interesting to me. I never really gave a shit about the Miis before, because usually in games the Miis were kind of crap, you know? Like in Mario Kart, the Miis are kind of poop. You know, Mario Kart Wii, right? That you could play as Miis in that one, I think, and they were like shitty. And then, like, in Mario Kart 8, the Miis, you had to have, like, a specific, like, height and weight for the Mii to actually, like, be worth a damn. And then there was, like, another game where you could pick a Mii, and it was just, you know, like, oh, it's for funsies, even though they're kind of boo-boo. After they show that, they then show off a couple of new features for Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U. I'm not sure if I don't think they mentioned this in the video, but they do mention it later. They talk about Smash Run on the 3DS version of Smash Brothers. I'm not sure if it's on the Wii U version, but I know it's definitely on the 3DS version. I actually got to try out Smash Run at E3. It seems really interesting. When I got to play it, it was a lot of fun. What Smash Run is you're dropped in a randomly generated, well, don't quote me on the randomly generated part, but you're dropped in like a maze, and it kind of plays like Subspace Emissary for Brawl. And what you do is you have a certain amount of time to run around and beef up your character as fast as you can. So grabbing like power-ups to boost your agility, to boost your defense, to boost your attack. And you collect all this stuff as fast as you can, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And after you run out of time, they then drop you into a match with 3 other people that also did the Smash Run. And it gives you really good advantages depending on, like, you know, like if you upgraded your agility. Did I say agility? What? If you upgrade your agility a lot, then you'll be significantly faster than a lot of other people in the game. I thought that was really interesting. That sounds like a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun when I got to play it at E3. So that's probably one thing that I'm really looking forward to in the new Smash game for the 3DS. Smash-wise on the 3DS felt really, really awkward. The buttons felt weird. Where is my 3DS so I can look at the buttons? Here it is, so I can explain it to you better. I was playing Kirby. Let me turn that sound off. Dusty. So, A button is, like, you know, normal attack. B button is the B attack. X and Y is to jump. L, I believe, is to grab. No, R. What was it? Fuck, I never used them. I think L was to grab. Or was it the opposite way around? I'm not 100% sure. I think L was the grab and R was shield. And it was really hard to do smash attacks with the thumbstick. for the 3DS XL. I heard from some people that the 2DS is extremely comfortable, even though it looks like shit. And I know a couple of friends that are actually considering, buying a used 2DS off of eBay or whatever, because you can actually find them pretty cheap off eBay just to play Smash Brothers because it's more comfortable, which is cool. Next thing I wanted to talk about was Amiibo. Amiibo is the new NFC figures that they do show off at the beginning of the press conference, which they're kind of like Skylanders toys, but for like Nintendo games. Um, it looks like that a lot of games will be using Amiibo, but as of right now, just Smash Brothers is using Amiibo, and the whole Smash cast should be getting an Amiibo figure. And how they explained it, hold on, let me think about it for a second. How they explained it was like you bought a figure and you put it on the gamepad and it would put them into the game, and you didn't control the figure, but you fought the figure, and when you fought it, it would train itself, kind of like Smash Run, like it's agility, that this and that and this and that, and then you would take your NFC figure, your Amiibo figure, I'm sorry, and you would fight your friends with it, and it's like when you fight your figure, you train it and it gets better, and then you go like, hey, my Peach is better than your Peach, and then you have them fight like in the arenas and stuff. I guess that seems kind of cool. Honestly, I just noticed that this thing's about to fall over. Holy shit. Honestly, I don't Amiibo. I can see the I don't even know how to fucking word it. I can see how this is cool. I honestly might just buy a couple of figures because I like to collect toys, but the whole like, having a character that you train and fight and be like, hey buddy, let's go ahead and have our figures fight. I think that's kind of silly. I guess that would be really cool if I was like, like 9 years old, because when you're a little kid and you have toys, you're like, hey, let's make our toys do battle and stuff. You make them slap each other and be chipping the paint. Like, I think that'd be a great idea for, little kids. But I guess that's the whole point of it existing, is for little kids, right? But I don't know. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of figures of my favorite characters just because I like them and I like to collect toys. But I don't think I'll actually use them unless like it ends up actually being that cool. But as of right now, I'm not really interested in the whole Amiibo thing. Just interested in the toys because I like the toys. Also, if you haven't noticed, for some reason, like the Mario figure looks really derpy, like it's like cockeyed or something. Because there was like a big statue of the Mario Amiibo figure at E3, and like when you look at him, you're like, what is it? What is wrong with his face? Like, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something wrong with his face. But there you go, Amiibo. Next game I'd like to talk about is Yoshi's Woolly World. I got to play this one at E3, and I have some gameplay for it, and I'd like to talk in depth about it. But to sum it up, Yoshi's Woolly World is practically like a Yoshi's version of Kirby's Epic Yarn, but a lot more fun. Let's just say that. I actually got to co-op this game. I played it twice. I played it by myself, and then I co-opted it with John, and it works amazingly both ways. It was so much fun. I can't wait till that game comes out. Yoshi's Woolly World was an absolute blast, and like just the whole like furry yarn look was just really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait for for Yoshi's Woolly World. Next thing I'd like to talk about is Zelda Wii U. If you guys know me, I like Zelda games. I just don't like playing them, if that makes sense. I kind of explained that with like the whole Witcher thing. Like I love the idea of The Witcher and I love watching The Witcher, but I just can't play it. So I'm kind of the same with Zelda. It's just that it's not the controls that I can't deal with. It's just the whole like aspect of going to look for shit it's just boring to me. I can't play it. Like, if you drop me in a world and say, go figure it out, I'd say no, and I'd turn it off. I don't know why. Like, unless it's something like, I don't know. If you're telling me to just explore and have fun, I can do that. But if you're saying like, hey, I'm gonna drop you in this world and you need to find something, go have fun, then nah, I'm not gonna have fun, because I can't stand it when I'm trying to find something that would have taken me like 2 minutes to find if I would have had proper directions on where to find it, then running around looking for it and then, taking like 3 or 4 hours to find something that was right there. I do know that like it's I don't know why I'm even explaining it that way. It's just I just feel like that in certain Zelda games when I try to play them, it's like I think too hard. Does that make any sense? It's like, has that ever happened to you before where you get hit with like I wouldn't say a puzzle, but like you get hit with something you need to figure out and you totally blow it out of proportion and overthink it, and you're stuck on it for so long because you're thinking of this this extravagant shit just to find out that it was something so simple that would have taken you 5 seconds if you wouldn't have tried to like overthink this. That seems to happen to me a lot in Zelda games. I love watching them, but I can't play them. The only Zelda game that I actually really, really enjoyed, but I didn't finish it because my memory card corrupted and I didn't want to start over, was Wind Waker. Wind Waker, and I got really, really close to the end of Twilight Princess 2, and the same thing, my Wii started screwing up and I lost all my data. But the new Zelda game looks really, really, really good. They claim that the trailer that they showed was gameplay, real-time gameplay, and I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, that looks like Zelda because Link looks like a chick, but then you got to remember that, oh, to tell you the truth, Link kind of always looked like a chick, so I don't know why people thought that was a woman. I did notice that he did not have a Master Sword on his back. I'm not sure if it was maybe hanging off the side of the horse, but I did notice that all he had was a bow and arrow in the trailer. He did not have a Master Sword. He did not have a sword at all. I'm pretty pumped with this game, especially how they're saying it's open world. And I still think it's funny how I just talked about how I don't really like super exploration. But hey, man, whatever. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm willing to give it a chance. I always give it a chance. Who knows? It might work out perfect. It might work out good. And I would love it. So, Zelda Wii U, can't wait. I think it comes out next year or something like that. I don't know. Next on the list is Bayonetta 2. Has a date, finally has a month that it's going to come out, October 2014. Now, I saw the trailer for this, and they're talking about how, first of all, I got to play Bayonetta 2 at E3. And it was absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. It was amazing. Besides the order, Bayonetta 2 was probably the only game that like it really impressed me at E3. Because the order was just fucking amazing. But Bayonetta 2 was Bayonetta 2 was great. And then they announced also that they are doing like a Wii U update of Bayonetta 1 that comes on the disc with Bayonetta 2. So you get both Bayonetta 1 and 2 for $60. And Bayonetta 1 has like Nintendo costumes now. It has Peach, Samus, and Link. I don't know about the Link one. That's kind of silly. Link? Whatever, right? Sexy costumes. When I got to play it at E3, they were showing off the Princess Peach costume. It's like this teeny tiny dress on, all her ass cheeks are out, so I wasn't complaining. But the point is that, you know how like when you do certain attacks, like the fists or the legs kind of come out of nowhere? Well, in Bayonetta 1, when you're using a Nintendo costume, Bowser's hands come out of the hole instead of like the hair hands and feet. I thought that was really, really fucking cool. And I asked the guy working there if it'll be different with any of the other characters, and he said he didn't know. But he also did tell me, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but the guy did tell me that Bayonetta 2 will have online co-op in the story mode. Now, this is what he told me. I didn't actually Google it to see if it was true or not. It might be fake. I don't know. I know when I heard about it, I got pretty hyped. But supposedly Bayonetta 2 will have online co-op in the story mode, where it's just two Bayonettas fighting side by side. It's kind of goofy, but hey, at least you get to play with someone. He also said that there would be an online challenge mode where you can put a certain amount of halos on the line and play against someone to see who gets the higher score on a level or a segment, I think. and whoever gets the highest score or highest ranking will win that. So you can wager stuff like for a little competition. That sounds pretty cool too. I'm not sure if I'd actually ever do that because I don't know, but that sounds like a lot of fun. Bayonetta 2, I cannot wait. I'm actually hoping to do a Bayonetta 1 playthrough before Bayonetta 2 comes out in October so that I can get both of the games done when it comes out. Next thing I'd like to talk about is Mario Maker. All I gotta say is this is gonna be Nintendo's official fucking Mario hacks. Like Kaizo Mario and all that stuff. That's literally all this is gonna be, is just a bunch of ridiculous over-the-top Mario people getting friggin' destroyed. Now, I actually got pretty pumped for it because I really like challenging platformers. Not ridiculous shit like I want to be the guy, but like, you know, like just tough stuff like that. Like I always wanted to do, like play, you know, like Mario ROM hacks and stuff, like, you know, the good ones that I hear that are actually pretty good. You know, just to try them out and see how crazy they get. But I saw they showed this off, and then there was also a pretty big presentation at E3 at the Nintendo Treehouse where they were playing this, and it looked like a lot of fun. And I love how you can jump in between old Mario and new Mario. Like, you know, you can make it, and then it'll look like, you know, NES Mario, and then you can flip it over to Super Mario Brothers Wii U. You know, new Super Mario Brothers Wii U. I like how you can jump in between that. I believe the last thing they showed on there that I want to talk about is a 4-on-4 online shooter for the Wii U. That sounds fucking crazy, doesn't it? But it is called Splatoon. It looks like so much fun. It reminds me of De Blob, though. Probably just because of the colors and the splatting and the ink and all that. Because it looks just like it. But Splatoon is supposed to be an online 4-on-4 shooter where you use ink guns to try to cover up as much of the area as you can. And at the end of the game, or the end of the level, it's whoever has the most land covered with their ink wins. That sounds really interesting. You can also, in your ink, you can also turn into a squid and move really fast in the ink. So you can use that to traverse really far. Like you could make like a line of ink and then jump in and move super fast to get to the other side of the base to start filling up, you know, your enemies. Filling up your enemies. That's gross. But you get what I mean. The game looks super interesting. I sadly didn't get to play this one at E3 because the line was too damn long and there was a lot of other stuff that I needed to see. But from the gameplay they showed, and over at the Nintendo booth, there was actually a pretty huge section for Splatoon, and I watched it for a bit. It looks really, really interesting, and it looks like a lot of fun. I'm just hoping that it has some sort of split screen. Like at least, I don't know, I don't think you could do split screen with that, could you? I don't know. I guess it depends on how it plays, because you have to use the gamepad, and I think it would be really cool to have like a 4 player, because it said it's 4v4 online, so it probably won't have split screen, but I think split screen would be a lot of fun for that. You know, everyone for themselves, battle royale, 4 players, just whoever fills up the most section. That'd be cool when I have like friends over, or like my cousins or something. When they're over and I'm babysitting, we can play some Splatoon. But that's that. Alright guys, so that was the Nintendo press conference they had, the Nintendo Direct or whatever you call it. What games were you most pumped for? I can honestly say that I was probably the most excited when they finally gave a month for Bayonetta. Also, I expected a little bit more of Zelda, of The Legend of Zelda, for Wii U. I was expecting more than, you know, I don't know, how long was the trailer? Like 14 seconds? You know? I was expecting a little bit more than just that, but like what were you guys impressed with? What were you disappointed with? What did you want to hear about? I heard that there's supposedly a spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness that's supposed to be on the Wii U. Like, where I heard about that, but where'd that go? I wanted to hear about that. That's just gone. Most of these games don't look, well, I don't know, maybe like 2 of them or whatever come out this year, but most of these games come out next year or at the end of this year. But does any of these games make you want to get a Wii U? You know, let me know below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're disappointed with, what you are most excited about, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video.